We're back in the wild world of penny cent box hunting. That is what we're going to look through, and hopefully we can find something of value. Something to fill up the holes in these collection books. Let's go. Hi, it's Silver Chupacabra, and we're back for another penny cent box hunt. I'm ready to go and ready to go at it. Got our mat ready, we got our collections ready to go. We're going to fill some of this up, whether it be in this collection book or the other one or the Canadian. Just a real quick note, by the way, for anybody who's interested, the mats here, which I got from Rob Finds Treasures, the backs of these are really good for cat scratching. My cat uses it lots of times, and it doesn't actually get through the front of the thing. It just loves to scratch, or, paw the, however you want to put it, claw the backs of these. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here. Here's the 1909 to 1940 book, and we're looking, of course, to fill some of these. Find some varieties like we did that 98 wide AM from the last hunt. And as you can see, plenty of holes there, but those are the 19 teens. We got actually a whole lot between 1915 and 1918. Pretty cool. Well, there are most of the 20s, not all of them, and then we open this up, which I thought I already had open. Oops, that's the wrong one. What the? Oh, I have the other one actually covering that. That's interesting. And 1930s are looking pretty good there. But we got to find some so we can fill it, We're hoping that this box hunt, we've had a couple of penny box hunts in a row now, just kind of putting commons out. And I love finding Wheaties in these boxes. I'd like to find some older ones. So here is the 1941 to 1974 book, and as you can see, everything's basically filled. We've got that lonely 50S up there, which there was plenty minted. I'm surprised I have not found that yet. And we've got, whoops, kind of going to the same thing. We do have this one, although I did put it back into circulation because I didn't know what it was, but figured it out later through editing. And then we got, 42S, the other 243s, the Philly and the Denver. I'm ready to go. There's our box. Let's go ahead and look at the top enders. Okay, so I actually have not looked at the top enders yet. Usually I do that before I show you guys. Look at this. This is the part where the glue is stuck to the other top part there. Lots of glue on that one, but let's go ahead and reveal. We'll do a slow reveal. Ooh. It's all right. It's all right. Sorry, guys. I like to be silly a lot of times, actually. I was going to say it a little bit, but no, I like to be silly a lot. So as you can see, got definitely some of the older backs. Got some of the shields in there. I'm not seeing anything that's striking my fancy. Probably a little bit of copper in there. I do not see any wheat backs. There's one from the 60s. That's cool. Anyway, I do not see anything that's striking out to me, but hey, as we always say, it's what's inside that counts. What is that? 70s, so you got copper there. And there might be copper there too. It's a memorial. That doesn't mean it's copper, but it's looking like one of the older memorials. Let's go ahead and check it out and get to it. Okay, still in that first row. We do not have a find, but I thought it was pretty cool that when he laid it out, look at that. I already found one in the 50s, 59 Denver, first year memorial. Very cool. Hopefully, the rest of this roll has something in it. Weedy variety. Or variety. And second roll of this box. We're starting out fast and furious. Down at the back end of the roll, check that out. We have our first Weedy of the box already. And as you can see, there's a bit of wear on those wheat stalks there. They're not totally undefined, but it's there. I'll be very interested to see where we're at with this one. That's looking roughly like a 50 is kind of a weedy there, but you never know. 19. We did get a 50. 1950 period. Philadelphia. Cool. 1950 Philadelphia. For some reason, I like getting the Philadelphias in these early 50s. It just, I don't know. I don't think there's less of them. I think they're more common, but you don't see them too many times out here in the Denver metro area. So, hey, hard to find a lot of the times. Cool. First hit. Still have the whole roll to look at. Roll 4 of this current box hunt for the pennies. And we have an older looking Canadian here. Check it out. It looks like it's got age. It could be a Georgia 6, but we don't know yet. I'm going to flip it on its obverse first. And kind of get an idea from there. That does not look like George, by the way. It does not. Definitely looks like one of the younger Queen Elizabeth II, though. Interesting. Let's go and whoops, almost did the cardinal sin of not popping it up the right way. I'm going to flip side to side for Canadians. It will be in the 60s. 1960. Oh, 1961. Nice. I don't know if I have that or not, but very cool. Very, very cool. Some green schmooze on there. Okay, roll 5 of this current penny box hunt. And so far, at least we've got some action. That's very cool. Canada is going to go up by 1. So not a weedy find, but Canadian. You can see the 12 sides here, folks. That'll be one from, the late... I don't think it's necessarily late 80s, but later 80s, let's go with that, through the 90s when these were made. As you can see, that's a much different portrait from the one we saw earlier from 61, so definitely Queen's getting a little bit older there. Let's go ahead, we'll be in the 90s, 91. Now, Canadian coins seem to always be in really decent shape, even if they have little schmooze on them, you know. Schmooze even a real word? Still have a little bit to look through. Okay, roll 6, and man, I'm beginning to wonder if this box is from Canada. There's another Canadian coin. Smaller beads going around the perimeter, so this is definitely one of the newer ones, so to speak. I'll bring it to its obverse first so we can at least slow roll it a little bit. One of the younger ones, but we're talking like late 60s, early 70s. Flipper. A little closer. It was 80s, 1980 period. So, if we had 61, 80, and I forget where that was, 90s, something like that, 92. I don't think it was 92. Pretty good so far. Well, Canada 3, Wheaties, U.S. One. Roll 7 of this box of the current hunt, and this box keeps on giving. It's pretty good find so far, especially from Canada, but now we're going to get one from the U.S. This must have been on the obverse because I didn't spot any wheat ears, but take a look at that one, folks. Nice. We got ourselves something from, oops, my knuckles going the wrong way on that one. 1930. Oh, my. And that's in pretty decent shape for 1930, folks. Not a ton of wear there. I mean, the surface looks kind of weird. It's not like it's pitted or anything, but it's just kind of weird. Rims dinged up, but 1930 Philadelphia. No mint mark, but hey, you've not been finding any of the old ones in the past two boxes. This is easily the oldest one. Let's go ahead and check out the back. We know what it's going to look like, per se, but even that is in pretty good detail. Yes, there's wear in the ears, but the detail's pretty much all there. One of my better 30s finds. Roll 8. We seem to be finding stuff in every roll, which, man, keep it coming. I don't care what it is. We've got ourselves another Canadian. You can see the beads. It's what they call those little dots there. They're not really dots. The beads around the perimeter of the coin. I don't think this is old, but we're going to find out here in a little bit. I'm going to flip it on its obverse and kind of hide it. I don't think it's old, but we'll find out here. And it will be Elizabeth. See her name right there. Let's go ahead and do a reveal. This isn't young. So I'm thinking this is 70s, early 80s, somewhere around there. Let's check her out. There's the 80. 1980. That's the second time we've had a 1980 tonight. Or today. You'll never know if it is day or night. I'm sure there are some clues here, by the way. It is night, by the way. Anyway, very cool. That is Canada 4, US 2. Here we are again. Next roll, 9, and we're back at it again. Just laid it out. Canada again, and it's a shiny this time out. Pretty. Definitely one of her older portraits. I don't get any older 2000s, 2000 teens. Never even seen one. And we can already see that that's in the 2000s, but it's really early again. Well, this might be a trade up. We'll have to see how it goes. Something tells me I already have a shiny 2000, but we're on roll 12, and this one kind of snuck up on me. It was on its obverse when we spread it out. Check it out, 1946. It'll be the third decade we've had so far. One from the 50s, the 40s, and the 30s. It's also Philadelphia. It's been a Philadelphia weedy day on this one. Very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reverse itself. Whatever the heck that is on the bottom there. A little bit of wear on the high points, but other than that, pretty clean detail-wise. I wouldn't say it's a clean coin. A lot of schmooze on the background. But anyway, 1946, folks. Very cool. On to roll 13 of this new box hunt. Penny box hunt, at least. And we've got our fourth Wheatie. They're coming in droves here. This, again, I did not see this, the wheat ears, so this must have been on its obverse. Very dark, by the way, too. 47 San Francisco. So we finally got a coin with a mint mark, weedy wise at least. Let's go ahead and check the back. Rim has been nailed a couple times there, so is that weed here too, but very dark on the back, multicolored brown. Pretty good detail on the ears though. Very cool. 47S. Okay, we are on roll 17, and we've got a couple of finds, and it's going to be one Canada and one Wheatie. Take a look there. The second one in 1957, Denver. So that'll be the second one from the 50s that we have got. Very, very cool. And then check what's about, what was that? 1, 2, 3 coins down. We've got a nice shiny Canadian. Oh, and it's going to be, we won't even have to look at the back. It's the commemorative 2002 one. Very cool. We'll look at the back anyway, because we always like looking at the maple leaf. I'm taking it that's a maple leaf. And I could be very, very wrong on that. That would be a poison ivy. I'm taking it it's a maple leaf. Anyway, ready to go? Well, still got to look through the roll too. Okay, so I just got through looking. You can see we're done with roll 20 there. Just got done with that, and I'm looking through some of the ones that I pulled over just to check for varieties. If you remember the last penny hunt, we had a wide AM. Excuse me for there. We had a wide AM come out for 1998. Well, take a look what we've got here. 1998. And you should be able to see it from here. That is another wide AM. It took me 2 years of hunting to find a 1998 wide AM, and here it is again. Let's go ahead and shift to the microscope. So here we are under the microscope, and as you can see, space between the A and the M is nice and wide, but you can really tell it's the wide one when you're looking at the distance between these two letters. The distance between these two letters and the distance between these two letters is the same. Unbelievable. Second one in 2 box hunts. I can't believe it. This one's a little worse to wear from the last one, but still, prime example. Very, very cool find. Okay, we are on to roll 22 of this current box hunt. And we've actually got 2 finds coming up. Once again, we've got like a combination. We have got that. Nice Wheatie, 44S. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Since we've already seen it. Nice condition too. Full tie. There is the reverse. Nice detail. Maybe it's a upgrader. I don't know. We'll have to find out. And then down the block here, we've got Elizabeth here again. So this is going to be like this. Yeah, that's the 7th find for Canada here. And 6 Wheaties. I'll take that any day. That looks like a young one. Can we get something in the 50s? I don't think I have much in the 50s. I don't think I have any in the 50s for Elizabeth. That would be very, very nice if it was. Yeah. There's 19. It once again will be in the 60s. Oh, my birth date again. I think we had that last box, 63. Either that or was this one. Could have been. 1963. I always did like this portrait the best, actually. There's something old and mystifying about it for me, at least. Very cool. Roll 24 of this current box hunt, and we've got another roll with a wheatie, and a Canadian fine. It's amazing. Let's see the wheat ear on the reverse there for that. And then right up here, we've got Canada. Let's go Canada first. Get that out. There she is. That's more of the 70s, early 80s look right there. Let's see what our date is. I can never get these right, can I? Late 60s, I should have included in on that. So, 1966. Got 3 from the 60s now. 61, 63, and then this one. Very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wheat back. If I can find it again. There it is. Poor thing, I'd lost it. Oh, no. Take a look at the reverse first. I'd say the high points definitely has some wear, but the details there too. Maybe another 40s. I don't know. It's sometimes tough to call. Pretty good, decent detail, though the cheekbones definitely have some wear there too. Maybe 50s. Does have a mint mark, and it is in the 50s. 55. 55 minted in Denver. Good looking coin there. Cool. Well, still have a bit to look through, and I'll bring you back in as something pops up. Okay, we're still on roll 24. At the very back end of that roll, check this out. We get a 44 minted in Denver, but take a look at the condition this is in. It's got that orange hue, kind of. I wonder about these, whether they're really even considered fully red. More of a red-brown, I would believe, but that thing is in great condition. And, wow. Detail, detail, detail. Very, very nice. We're certainly loving that. Onward. A little bit past the halfway point on roll 29 of this current hunt, and we've got our, what are we on now? This will be our 9th wheat find. We're actually doing very, very good in this box. There it is. 4 from the ender there. It's looking like it's got lots of detail to it. I would say that's a yes. A little bit of schmooze in the background, but, you know, when you're in circulation, that happens. A lot of good detail. Probably 50s. No, it will be 40s. This will be the second one. I'm not sure if it was in a row when I got that 44 shiner, though, but it's going to be another or another one in good condition. 48. That 8 looks weird to me for some reason. That 48 minted in Denver. This looks like that 8's a little bit out of place, but hey. Roll 35 of this box hunt, and we've got a nice one. When I first took a look at this roll, I noticed that there was a lot of brown on the rims. In other words, so there's a lot of chances, at least, of something coming old, and we definitely got one. We had a 1930 early on from Philly, and take a look at that. Also in the 30s, but one important distinction. Check it out. Mint mark. You've heard me time and time again talk about 30s, 20s, and teens. I love them. Man, if you can get a mint mark on any of those, that's very, very awesome. And this fits the bill. Not a semi-key or key date, but still interesting how that D is kind of almost a little bit punched. Usually these mint marks are punched between digit 2 and 3, but that one's more on digit 2 than anything else, but very cool. Good shape for a 30s. Yeah, you got wear in the high points, of course, ear, cheek, things like that, but man, I'm very stoked about this one. And other than the lower parts of the wheat stalks, that's a pretty good detail too. Overall, a very tasty coin. We like it a lot. And on roll 36, and we've got another roll with a double banger in it. And yes, once again, there's a Weedy fine and a Canadian. Let's go Weedy first. On its obverse, we've got a 1952. I think it's an S. It's hard to see with the darker splotch that's down there. It's actually a very interesting splotch. Yes, that would be an S. It's got a lot of scratches on there, but still what? This is the 11th Weedy find of this box. I haven't had a decent number like that for a while now. And plus, we've had quality too, so it's like, can't say anything bad about this box so far, other than it hasn't given me a 1909 SVDB, but hey, that seemed to be a little bit greedy. So there's a Canadian. I believe those are bigger dots. I don't. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. The dots, the beads that go around the perimeter, they're a little bit bigger with the younger portrait. That's why I turned it over on this one. I don't necessarily think that's young, but it might be. Definitely 60s. Will we get something from the 50s? We're really looking for those late 50s on these. We've never found one. 19. Once again in the 60s. 64. I think we had like 3 of these 64s on the last hunt. So this is a little bit worse for wear, I should say. But still cool. We still have a bit to look at in the roll. Okay, roll 38 of this penny box hunt. And we've got another Canadian. This will be the 10th Canadian find. And this one is the 12-sided variety. So like late, 80s and early 90s. And there she is. See what date we got out of that. There we go. 1983. It's a bit dirty, but, detail-wise, you never really see too many Canadian pennies in bad detail. But, very cool. Now, what is the score? USA 11, Canada 10. Ooh. On roll 45 of this box hunt. And we have our 12th Weedy find. It's been a great box for Weedies, and we've also found some nice quality ones as well. Here's be back for sure. I would say it's got a bit of wear on it. And even on the top part of the wheat ear there, there's some detail there, yes, but you can see a little bit of wear there. Could be 40s. Although the detail on the front, I might say that it's probably going to be 50s, but 40s or 50s. D for Denver. There's the 5. 51D. In Denver. Very cool. Well, I still do have a little bit to look at in the roll. Okay, 2 rolls left on roll 48. Man, I thought for a second that We finally had the, sorry, I was misplacing it there. Finally thought I'd found that 50S. Oh man, so close, yet so far. But still a cool coin, 1950 Denver. Pretty good shape. Looking a little dirty there. But I would say, at least detail-wise, looking pretty good. Not a whole lot of wear there. Okay, look, it's the big empty. But we are actually on roll 50. We've got our 14th wheatback finest. Cannot say enough about how pleased I am with all the finds that I can't find. There we go, sorry. Right there. For a minute, I thought that was a 1 instead of a 4, so it would have been a great find, I'll tell you that. Anyway, 1946, Denver. We might have one. Can't quite remember, but anyway, pretty good shape. A little, dirty. It's circulated. What do you want? I just turned that, or I flipped it side to side like a Canadian. By the way, Canada stays at 10. So the U.S. is 1 again, 14 to 10, unless we have something else. I didn't see any Canadians, though. But very cool. Still have a little bit look through here. Same roll, and we've got find number 15. Wow. Haven't had a box like this in a long time. 44S. Kind of the jam. Really, the 44 Philly is the jam. And we don't have one. We don't have a 41 either. I find that very disconcerting. I like routines. I like the old Tony on it just makes it look, I don't know. Cool. Okay, so that is the end of this box of our penny hat. And this is actually going to be the end of the penny hat itself. I have been thinking about this for a while, and I'm going to go back to one box hunts. The reasoning being, the 2 box hunts just get so long video-wise. And you know what? They get some views, and I really appreciate some of you who actually delve into that stuff. But I think it would be nice to just kind of make some shorter ones. Not the shorts, but the just shorter videos. So I'm going to try this for a while. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll go back to what we have. But anyway, this was such a great box anyway. 1 box will do for this hunt. Let's go ahead and summarize. Let's check it out. Nice little setup for 1 box, by the way. I haven't had a box like this for quite a while. 15 weedy finds. Let's start here. 44D and 44S. We do have another 44 Denver, by the way. We'll check that out in the quality finds here in a bit. 1946. Got a Philly and a Denver. We've got a San Francisco for 47. We've got a 48 Denver. 50 Philly and 50 Denver there. We've got a 51 Denver. We've got a 52 San Francisco. 55 Denver, and then a 57 Denver as well. So quite a few 40s. Very, very cool. We'll go to the quality finds here in a second. Here are the Canadians. A lot of Canadians. 10 of them in total, starting with 61, 63, 64, 66. So 4 in the 60s. Very nice. 280s. Got an 83 there, we got a 91, a 90, and then a 2002. There's a bunch of pretty ones. And then we go to the quality finds. Very, very cool stuff in this hunt. So, 2 from the 30s. We got a Philadelphia 1930 in very good shape. It's got a little bit of a scar there above the eye, but hey. And another good one. This one has more wear. You can see the high points has wear, cheek, along the ridge of the chin there. But a 1934 Denver. Awesome, awesome find. Got a nice 44D. Man, that's a shiny and a half, and that is in very, very good condition. Probably would not call that uncirculated, although it has a lot of qualities like that. It's got that orangish tone. I don't know what people consider that. Do they consider that red-brown there, even though it's orange and shiny? It's not the red, that's for sure. And then, nice variety. Another 1998 Wide AM. You can see it right there for yourself. You can see the A and the M have that nice, clear distance between them. So anyway, very cool. Very cool. We're going to look for some other varieties. And then we are going to check out our collection books. Okay, so I have looked through the finds of this very nice penny box hunt. No varieties, so we're going to get right to the collection books. And we got both primaries out here. I don't know why I'm going that way, because there's no reason to go that way. No reason to go that way either. So that 1930 that we had found is an update. It's definitely in much better shape. I don't like the... that's a little bit better picture right there. Notice how the threes are uniform on there, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, so when we go to 34, the 34D fits right nicely into an open slot. Take a look at the 3, though. Same thing with the 34 Philly. How, big and ungainly it kind of is. It's a much different font from the other 30s. And I've actually checked the ones that I'm missing here. You notice how uniform and compact the 3 is there, but only on the 34 do you see that. It's interesting why change the font on the 30s. But anyway, fill a slot and an updater there. Going to the secondary. We're not going to fill a slot for that. We did not get a 50S or a 42S. But we did get a very nice, whoopsie, went the wrong way on that one. We did get a very nice 44D. It's a nice shiny and big glob, pretty much well brown. A little bit of red popping through on some of these. We did also update the 50D. That one is in really nice condition. As you can see, that's been updated before. By my birth date. Don't know why I have that on there. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I actually wrote that in there. Pretty funny. Anyway, that is it for this penny box hunt. We will, of course, go next to Nichols. I don't have any orders coming in. I don't have any Vault Box. Vault Box is coming some... Let's try that again. Vault Box is coming out with another fun bag release. Each one is, $199 each, I believe. Some interesting finds in there. I don't think I can really afford it at this time, but so I probably will not. If I do, it's one. Anyway, that comes out next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. How about that, folks? I never hear about Mountain Standard Time, but there is one. So anyway, we are done. We are going to go on. You guys have a nice rest of your week and or weekend, and we will see you soon. Cheers.